Hello fellow 1/6 scale figure collectors, back again with my latest figure in my collection. This is Roadblock from the G.I. Joe Retaliation movie, played by Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. The film wasn't bad, it wasn't brilliant, some good action sequences in it, so it's a very watchable movie, but this is a great character from that movie. Normally what I do is do a part 1 video showing you everything that comes with the figure, and then I do a part 2 which is posing. I'm not going to do a posing video on this guy. It's mainly because it's quite delicate, the clothing on the outside, and if you notice on mine, I think you can just about pick it out, the zip has come away, so if I start moving him about and posing him, that's just going to open up all the way, and then I've got a pain in the arse of a task of undoing it all to do the zip back up again. So I'm not going to do a posing video on this guy. I'm basically going to show you everything that comes in the box. It's all going to be unassembled at the moment, but I will assemble it as the video goes on. So I'll shut up now and give you a head to toe look. Okay, so what does this guy come with? Well, he comes with 3 sets of hands on the figure. This is straight out of the box. He's got 2 relaxed gloved hands. These are also used for holding some of his weapons, which I'll show you a little bit later. He also has 2 gun trigger hands. Left and right, obviously. Just try and get it into focus. Great paint details on this. Weathered sort of look on the gloves. Up to Hot Toys' usual high standards with their hands. And he has 2 fisted hands. He also comes with, like most Hot Toys figures now, a spare set of wrist pegs in case you break them, which is highly likely. A spare set of little buttons, as you can see on his clothing. There's the buttons here, so if they do fall off, which they can do from time to time, you've got a few spare. I'll move on down and show you them like this, and then I'll put them all together. He's got this sort of gun arrangement. So you have a gun handle here. It's got 2 sets of these. There's 4 different attachments you can attach to this. You've got the main gun, you've got a blade, you've got a smaller blade, and then over here is a baton. The baton also comes with a baton holster, which you connect to his back. You'll see that towards the end of the video when I've put everything on the figure. I will do a demonstration in a little while of all the setups of how these go together. He's also got this other spare blade. You don't add it to any of these weapons, it's just a spare one that you put into his clothing. He's got a GPS system which you have to put onto his wrist. He's also got a nicely detailed watch. You can just make out the number 12 on it, so you can tell which way up it's got to go. These are the holsters for these weapons that you place on his thighs. As I showed you before, there's the baton. He also has bullets for his machine gun. I'll show you this in a bit more detail when I actually put it all together on the weapon. This is the magazine holder for the machine gun. You've got a pistol. This is all put up together. This doesn't actually go on the figure. This is for him to hold, but you can open it up break it apart. I'll show you that in a little while. And I suppose you could say this is his main accessory, which is his large machine gun. So what I'll do is I'll start showing you the pieces individually, starting with the pistol. Now it comes in the box already assembled, so it's in 3 parts. You can actually take the silencer off, just trying to get it to focus here. It has got some sort of weathering on it. Bear with me a sec. This is a crappy camera. As you know, this is a mobile phone that I'm using. I'll show you that in a bit more detail later. So that comes off the front. You've also got this hand grip that just slides off the front. I keep promising to get a new camera, one on a tripod. I will get one hopefully sometime this year. So that's the hand grip, and that leaves you with just the pistol. Nicely detailed. It does have a cocking action. This one's quite stiff, but you can just about see it moving there. Also, as with all Hot Toys figures, I need to grow some nails to do this. There you go. The gun clip does come out. Let's just try and get the camera to focus on my hands rather than what's in the background. Can never understand why cameras always focus on the background rather than the foreground. But you can see the bullet as usual in the end. So that's his pistol. We'll now move on to his interchangeable weapons. So it comes in the box like this. What I will do is I'll pause the video and I will connect some of these up so you can see exactly how they work. Okay, the first combination we have is just basically the handle has been placed onto the pistol to give you a full pistol. So you can have 2 of these if you wish. The top bit, this doesn't cock, this is all solid, so it's not like the handgun that I showed you earlier. Be very careful when putting this together though. If I show you on the unassembled one, this part here you fit straight into the top of the handle. It's quite tight, so if you put it in and try to pull it out with a little bit of force, there's a possibility you could snap that off, so be careful when doing that. Another type of way of forming his weapon is it's like a knuckle duster, and you just place the blade on the end. There's a little hole on the end there, you just push the blade in. So I'll pause the video here and we'll come back with another combination. Okay, here we have the next combo weapon. Again, it's just a knuckle duster hand grip with the blade placed straight in the top. This is all plastic, it's not metal. And the final combination is his baton. So you've got quite a few options here, posing options on how you want to do this. I'm probably not going to pose him with these, I'm just going to put it on the figure. So with this baton you also get the baton sheath. Obviously you just place it straight down there and clip it onto his back. Okay, the next thing I will show you will be his machine gun. There's quite a few sort of moving parts on this. The top part comes up, and that is where you place the bullet rounds, which I'll show you in a little while. Also got this front part lifts. It's quite delicate, so be careful. You've then got the moving stand, moves down, and if I can just spread it open, there you go. It opens up as well if you wish to have it standing on the ground. And it's a couple of other moving parts. Sorry for the shakiness. You've got this part on the back moves, and it does have a cocking action. It works better when you lift this top bit up, but this bit, be careful. There's a spring there. It is quite delicate, but that does move as well. To go with this gun, you've got the magazine, which you clip straight under there. When it focuses, you will see it, hopefully. You'll see that when I put it together. And the bullets fit into the magazine and into the gun. So I'll pause the video here. When we come back, the gun will all be set up. Okay, here we have the gun assembled. It's just a quick assembly. See, it stands up quite nicely on its stands. The magazine clips underneath, or you can, if you wish, just have it freestanding. And the bullets, you have to push that down a bit, do go inside underneath there. I'm assuming if you're going to have this lying down on the ground, you wouldn't actually connect this to the gun. This is purely if you want him holding it, then you have to hold this part. This part has to go in there, but it's quite loose. It does tend to fall out a little bit. It does on mine anyway. So that's the accessories that he comes with. I'll just pause the video, move these away, and we'll go on to the figure itself. Okay, starting with the head sculpt. It's a pretty damn good likeness to Dwayne Johnson. It does look a lot better in the flesh, as all figures do. They've got the head shape just about right. He does look a lot better with a pair of sunglasses on. I will show you that a little bit later. He doesn't come with sunglasses, but you can use alternatives. So moving on to the coloration. Great paint apps on this. It's not quite as dark skinned as the Rock is. It looks dark skinned on this camera because I've got no light on it, but in person this is a little bit lighter in colour. So the colour that you're seeing on the screen is probably pretty close to how Dwayne Johnson's skin coloration is. You can see on the head there. Let's just take the back bit away. You can see all the veins on his head. If it'll focus, there we go. Got a nice sort of head shape. You can see the slight little bulges on the back of the head that he's got. So proportion wise they've got it spot on, I think. A lot of people are saying that it's not quite the right likeness. It's almost there, but not quite. Moving on down to the clothing. This is all pre-assembled when you take it out of the box. Loads of straps. As I said earlier on mine, this has come away a little bit. This is all plastic. This part is all plastic. This is a fabric. This is where you put one of the blades around this side, down the bottom here. That's where you put one of his hand grips, and the other hand grip goes there. Down to his legs. This is his side holsters. This is where you put these holsters that I showed you earlier. You just slip them straight down, and then this bit just slips into the holster. But you'll see that when I've fully assembled the figure. So you've got one either side. The knee pads are actually glued onto the trousers, and they are where his knee is. On some of Hot Toys figures, when they've done knee pads in the past, they've either been a little bit too low or a bit too high, but these are bang on the middle. Sculpted boots with weathered effect. No lacing effect though on them, that is all actual plastic. It's normal boring Hot Toys stand that I don't like. I will in the future do some dioramas for some of these figures, but I'm just very short on space, so I haven't done any at the moment. The body underneath, a lot of people have said it's not big enough. No, it isn't, but I think because of the clothing that this guy's got on, if you had a bigger body underneath, you would never get all this on. So I think they've got it about right. I believe that the body that they've used is the newer True Type body, the muscular one, which is near enough the biggest body that Hot Toys do. And as you can see, he's got tattoos on the arms. I believe he has got it underneath as well, so you can show this figure without the clothing on. He does come with a spare t-shirt, which I will show you in a little while. So if you wish to show him without this clothing on, you can take it off and put just a t-shirt on. A lot of people moaning about the arms. Yes, it does look out of place, but I look past that. When you've got him posed, it will hide it a little bit, especially if you've got him holding the big gun. It will hide those joints up a bit more. This part here is where you put the blade, just slide straight up there. Moving round to the back, nice decals on the back, great tailoring on this clothing. This is where the baton holster goes, just slide straight down the back there. Got these tassels on the back. It's all very well put together. Years ago, when you used to have to put your figures together yourself, I think this would have been a pain in the arse if this one had come like that. But now, thankfully, Hot Toys put all their figures fully assembled, apart from their little weaponry, of course. All in all, absolutely superb figure. I'm loving it more and more. When we come back, I will show you him all fully assembled and show you the look that you can get if you put a pair of glasses on him as well. I will try and find that t-shirt as well that comes in the box. Just have a quick look now. There we go. Inside here is a black t-shirt. It's quite soft material, so if you wish to show him like that you can, but I wouldn't advise pulling all this gear off. If you've got the money and you want to have the look without this clothing, then maybe buy an extra figure, or just kit bash it out and put this t-shirt on. So I'll pause the video here, and when we come back he'll all be fully assembled. Okay, here we have him all fully kitted out. As you can see, I've put a pair of sunglasses on him. It does make him look a bit better. These are from the Hot Toys T800 Terminator. As you can see, there's the knife up in his sheath. I've put the other knife, which you can't quite see, it's a bit dark there. It goes in there. His spare knife, I've just dumped down inside his belt there. You can't quite see it. That's where the hand grips go. So there's one on that side and one on that side. Here's his holsters, all fully holstered up. either side. It's his GPS system and his watch. The hand pegs are quite tight on a couple of the hands, so you might have to force it in a bit. And moving around to the back, it's where his baton is. I'm assuming that's where you put it. And just down below, I've reset his gun up so it looks a little bit better. And I've just placed his spare pistol with the silencer in his hand. A little bit of a tight fit there, but it does actually go in. So there you go. There's The Rock, as we all know him. But for the purpose of this video, it's Roadblock. All fully kitted out, ready to kick ass. You see the joint there does look a little bit off. Doesn't look too bad from the side. It cuts up. I suppose you put his arm up a little bit more, cover that up, it looks a lot better. If you're really that bothered about it, go out and buy some strapping and just strap it around the joint to cover it up. If you're not bothered about movie accuracy and all that sort of thing, that's one way of hiding the unsightly joints. But I'm happy with this figure. I'm really glad I got him. It completes my G.I. Joe collection at the moment, all the ones that Hot Toys have released. What I'll probably do is a bit later on is I'll do a video of all the G.I. Joe figures that Hot Toys have released to date together, so you can see them all standing side by side. The more I look at this figure, the more I like it. It's a good base for Dwayne Johnson by Hot Toys. Hopefully they will release some more Dwayne Johnson figures in the future from whatever movies he's got coming up. Maybe they might do a Fast and Furious version. I believe Fast and Furious 7 is coming out pretty soon, either end of this year or next year. They might, now that they've got the rights to do Dwayne Johnson, they might release a figure from that movie series, and hopefully the head sculpt will be just that little bit better. But I've really got no complaints about the head sculpt. A lot of people hate it. I think it's pretty good. As you can see with the glasses on, it does look even more like Dwayne Johnson. Hopefully Hot Toys will bring out a Vin Diesel figure. I've seen a lot of kit bash figures that people have done of Riddick, which look really good, but I would love to see how Hot Toys would do him. And they're going to have these two together. Be brilliant. That is my must-have figure, well, most wanted figure. That and Celine from Underworld. They're my two most wanted figures, but Hot Toys still haven't done them. I'm not sure why they haven't got the rights for Underworld. A lot of fans out there want a Hot Toys Kate Beckinsale figure. So what I'll do now is I'll just do a 360 and we'll finish the video up. Sorry about the messy room. I am planning on doing videos in the future with a white background so the figure stands out a bit better. Don't get all this blurriness from when you're zooming in or zooming out. So hopefully this video will help you out in deciding whether you do want to get this figure or not. If you want to see some good posing videos of this guy, check out Rhino Faroki's website or YouTube channel. I'm not sure if Clipper King has done one of this guy yet. I'm sure if he hasn't, I'm sure he will. And he's very good at posing figures. Same as Moggy215 is another one. So as always, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and check back on other videos that I've done. The next video that I'll be doing will hopefully be some custom figures that I'm working on. Well, kit bash figures really. It's a new line of figures that I'm doing. It will be the very early stages of them. It'll be far from finished, but I just want to show you what I'm planning. And that's in between Hot Toys figures coming out. I'm not sure what the next Hot Toys figure will be that will come my way. I've got loads on order. Could possibly be Robocop, maybe. I'm not sure. But as usual, Hot Toys bring out 5 or 6 in one go, and then they have quite a few months rest, and then they bring out another 5 or 6. So it does work out quite expensive over the year. But I'm going to shut up now, because people have said I talk too much sometimes. One final head to toe look, and that'll be it. Take care.